You see, I can do it myself, just about. I use the stick all the time, but I haven't fallen over yet. But a tripod is a good stability, but this is a balance. I fell asleep. I didn't actually sleep at all last night. Perhaps I had too much morphine or too little. But I didn't walk very far yesterday, so my legs are really fresh this morning. My bushes that I've transplanted, a lot have, you're not supposed to transplant in the spring, like this autumn job, obviously. So the ones I've transplanted have wilted, but they're rebudding. And because it's not really, it's a month really before the real growth comes. So they'll come back. Cameraman, okay, let's go. I pulled a muscle in my back, just a little one. So I tried to pull a big, heavy thing, a flower pot. And because only 1/10 of the muscle activated, as it were, I managed to pull that bit. But the main thing is not to twist my ankles, because that would be like a nightmare. So my neighbors have all gone back in the water where they belong, and you can see my home and my wonderful alterations for being disabled, which is all that I am at this time, I say. And you can see it. So now I have to tidy up the deck because you can see the mess. I'll be on the case this afternoon, right? Still on another phone. It's actually very fucking heavy. 8 a.m. and I'm awake. It's not normal, but what a beautiful morning. Still no rain for the garden, but here I managed to get my 2 buckets. I have to push on. Is it bedtime yet? No, apparently not. So I'm giving myself somewhere to actually crouch. Alright, it's not getting easier, but it's kind of expected. It's my birthday in 2 weeks' time, and I've got a present already from Atlanta, USA. I'm going to show you. It's one of the best presents, most appreciated presents I think I've ever had in my life, my friend. Thank you. Let's do some watering. So this guy, oh, now I can't see a thing, anything. Okay, all I can do is keep watering them. He's not budding, so I'm a bit worried about the, well, not worried, but I'm particularly keen on the bonsai gorse bushes, because bonsais, the gorse is like a spiky, right? I've got hope for it. This hawthorn the leaves have fallen, but she's rebudding new ones, so she should be all right. And the rose will be all right. And these guys, what's the holly doing? 50-50. Some more water now. Oh. Okay, all that whinging. Pretend you don't hear the whinging, because obviously, like, my mum will say it. So, Mum, I'm absolutely fine, all right? She's coming to visit. I've totally forgotten. I've just looked at my memory board this morning. It's like, oh yeah, Mum. That's on Sunday, right? Better not make another plan at the same time. And, my short-term memory is effectively absolute zero now. And that's that. There's a certain comfort in not remembering anything that's happening whatsoever. But you see, I'm talking less manically. I'm sorry that, no, I'm not sorry in the slightest. When I was showing you around the garden, I could see the whole garden and every plant in the same instant. And to try to describe that to people like in 10 minutes, so I come out a bit like a machine gun. in verbal machine gunning. But because I'm trying to look at the world here with my eyes actually open, now I speak a bit more slowly to follow. Uh, these guys gonna be. These are going great. These guys. So my last effort videoing everything because I'm trying to teach myself to edit, obviously on the fly. You can see my learning speed is normally pretty swift because I can image it. Well, here's my new neighbor is coming. Let's check him out. Here he is. Short Dean is going to crash his. So new day, new voyage for Short Dean. It's not a very long voyage. He's going to crash into that one. No, he'll be all right. Look. Okay. Obviously, they didn't need me to help. I'm just getting in the way because. There you go, mate. So it's my new neighbour. There better be no parties, Dean, as you know. Well, now it's not 8 o'clock in the morning anymore because the first piece of filming didn't come out. You have these issues when you're a top editor and video graphica. No, it's not right, is it? So what I've been talking about, the desperate need for presence. Now, what's happened is my friend, Sarah, has accidentally on purpose stolen my favorite brain cuddle. And this one's too tight and small. It starts me scratching in my sleep because it's all knobbly. You can imagine that's quite a big, yeah. So she's stolen it. So I got this too small one. And she's already stolen like one of my best pairs of socks. That was a long time ago, but I remember Sarah. But it's okay because an extremely kind person that's been watching my stories has sent me absolutely from nowhere a beautiful letter about sailing and 2 pairs of Meringo wool expedition socks. Possibly some of the warmest, snuggest, and most soft socks I've ever had, and I got 2 pairs. It's the nicest present because, my friend, you sent me something I need. What do I want for my birthday in a perfect world? Well, some hats. They want to be like soft and not have like big bobbles. I don't want a bobble, right? But like an Icelandic one would be nice. I'm sure in Sweden they have some good brain cuddles going on. Somebody check it out for me. In cakes, like the ones that do rum in them, they're acceptable. In fact, any cake is acceptable, really, because I can eat it and it's munchies. I'd love some more crew if you are a little bit closer. I can get pots, but yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, so plants, cakes. I'm doing good for socks now, probably, but these are really warm. They're lovely. I don't want some the old man things. With my walking stick, my cane, I've realized if I put it the other way around, I can do like the twirl, and then I can do Charlie Chaplin, but I'm struggling with the bent leg part of it. I can do the duck feet, but the bending, and then I can like take the stand. So if anybody would like to send me a Charlie Chaplin hat, don't. Catamarans. I've seen a lot of catamarans in my life. I like them. I think they're good. I wouldn't, if I was going to live on one, I would, like in the long term, because it's a house that sails.
You treat it as a sailing boat, it's a sailing boat, and that's that. But some boats are, right? If that's where you're going, then you're going there. But yeah, that's really a monohull. But the monohull is like better for the sailing, but for the living, it's a catamaran. Particularly in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, or the Mediterranean is not so good because the harbours and the marinas are smaller in the USA. Yeah, but on the other side of it, of course, the problem you have on the western coast of the USA are the offshore currents and all that. You can't hug the coast and they, no, 2 day hops or something. You've got to get offshore, and I think that's correct. It's not on my side. I'm not a Pacific man. I'm an Atlantic man. On the Atlantic side, like, yeah, going north, great. With the current, you'll get there fine. The Gulf Stream and all that is going to keep you up. And you'll be up by South and New Zealand just as soon as you want to be there. No problem. But coming the other way is a different story, isn't it? There is that little back current in. Um, but the inland waterway is your friend, but not in a big catamaran. I haven't been up there for a really long time. The bridges and that, it varies, doesn't it? Um, yeah, but a catamaran, I'm happy to like talk about catamarans, the sailing of them mainly, living's taste, taste. But like when you have plants, for instance, you can have a whole like farm of house plants and outdoor plants on your catamaran. The ones with the soil in them, you put like the membrane to retain it, pad it out with padding and like a net over it, and keep all the soil inside it. And when you like heading up for the going sailing, put them in the anchor locker or somewhere like that. You can just arrange something really easily as long as the sea doesn't come on top of it. Great, basically, and then put them back out. Others road pushes, whatever. Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, so I'm happy to talk catamaran or just sailing. Why not? Because my friends are going to send me little messages, but of course I sat on my phone and completely destroyed the screen. And apart from going mad with editing for 2 days, like a nutter, it was so complicated. That was just, it was 10 minutes of a film for 10 minutes. It wasn't like this. I'm just going to edit out the boring bits, like 3 fades, and that's it, right? Not 10,000 of them. But when I do Rhubarb episode 3, as it were, version edits, has sound effects for rhubarb. And I know it's really childish, but it's just maybe she can roar like a lion. It's so funny. I think it's funny because it looks like she looks like she's considering making a yap and a roar. Oh, rhubarb. Yeah. Yeah, that's my computer game. I'm playing a guy in Chicago. I think he's living on my computer game because it's 8 o'clock in the evening now and it's time to play computer games. Another friend, when I finish it, he can see what I've done. And then I wave it, Max. All right, Max. It's my turn. All right. I'm going to do my turn with Max and then I'm going to come back to you. And that's enough about my birthday, isn't it? Yeah. You got my friends are going to send little episodes and like the lovely crewman that came on before to tell me how tough it is to learn to sail for real. Um, yeah, some other characters are going to show up, and one of them, Ewan, I think he wants to do the whole episode. And I've got a friend called Dave because my brother I haven't remembered since I was 30, probably ever, not for 20 years at least, about that story. I just had no memory of it. I needed a key to open the memory. And as soon as I got an image, I could have sat there for an hour telling you that story. I think I did. And that's why my mates had to do such extreme editing. But that was taking him like 2 days to do. It's just hopeless. Now I'm getting more used to speaking to myself. It helps that I can't actually see my own face on the screen. As well as having the new phone I'm using now that doesn't have Skype on it or WhatsApp. It's a disaster. I can't even get my own email now. I haven't got it anymore. But I've got a fairly large telephone. I just need a case for it because even I can't like put it in my pocket and forget it. So I'm probably going to sit on it and snap it in half, obviously. But that's going to do for the video phone, because video phone is great, isn't it? It's so much easier for me than people in real life, because that's much more difficult. It can be very confusing for me. Two conversations at once will just beat me utterly. And like I've got something to say for somebody that's going to take me 10 minutes. I need to just sit there and just listen. Because as soon as I stop saying what I think, then I've no idea what I was going to say. Full stop. Not at all. So yeah, this works well for me. I've been through a lot of phones in my life, obviously, and iPads, because the electrical devices of this nature, no matter how you try to save them, are not designed for the marine environment at all. Except on a catamaran, but then you'll be fine. With other indoor driving position, not under sail. Yeah. Get that one. See you later. So, yes, hats. As you can see, the crew have been expanding. So now we've got Snotty. He hasn't fallen over recently. It'll come. Top Man and New Boy. And we have, on a large ship, it's important to have a fat chef because, like, if the chef is extremely skinny, it's not a good sign for the food, is it? Right, if something's wrong with the food. There's also, I have the the tall chef and the first mate, of course. It's doing a great job. It's a begonia. I've got it in my mind now. So more crew are also welcome because, there's a lot of guys basically.